All right, so let's begin with exercise 7.1, using the if to show text. So in this case, we're going to create an if dialog or an if function that's going to test our sales. You'll see our sales over there, and whether or not the sales meet a certain criteria. And if they do, they're going to get a bonus. And we're going to say yes to getting a bonus. So in this example, we're going to test to see if they received a bonus greater than, or if they sold anything greater than $60,000. So we're going to look right here in this column. We're going to look to see if anybody sold things greater than $60,000. And if they did, we want it to show up in this column C as a yes or a no. Okay? So we're going to talk about how Excel inserts quotation marks around the text in an if function. All right? So let's go ahead and get started. The best way to do this is to click in cell C4 and go to the Formulas tab. Here in the function library, you're going to find the logical test. And as I mentioned, logical says, does it make sense? So that's what we're asking. It's very black and white. It's either a yes or a no. Okay, so there's not a lot of gray area in logical test. We're going to locate the if, and I'm going to slide it here just to the right a little bit so you can see. And the first thing I'm going to ask is, what is the logical test? Well, as I just mentioned a little bit ago, it's to test to see if these salespersons over in column A have sold more than $60,000 worth of goods. So the logical test is just going to be greater than 60,000. Not difficult at all, right? Okay, so now, as we're writing this formula, you can also see it going into the formula bar and cell C4, and I think that there's some value to that because this next part's going to be interesting. If the value is true, let's use Mary as an example. She's true. She sold 75,000. That's greater than 60. The answer for Mary would be yes. Now, when I press tab to go to the next value if false dialog box, notice that it is now put in quotations the word yes. All right, and that is there because that's part of Excel's formula writing policy. So when you have a value and the condition is met, if you're using text, it's got to be inside of quotes. Now, if the value is false, we're just going to say no. They did not meet the criteria. So one thing I forgot to mention though was, what are we testing? And we're testing cell C4, or I'm sorry, B4. Is cell B4 greater than $60,000? I should have put that in there earlier. Hopefully before you clicked yes, you noticed that. But this is our formula right here. Is cell B4 greater than $60,000? If the answer is true, then put yes. If the answer is false, put no. All right, so let's go ahead and click OK. And we can see right away that the first example of Michael Anderson is indeed no. Now, we have to ask ourselves, is this fillable? Well, the answer is yes, it is, but I want to watch this mistake. So absolutely you can use the autofill, but notice now it also filled the formatting. So there's an easy way around this. Go ahead and press Control Z, and let's copy this formula, and then we're going to select the cells we want to put it into. We're going to go to the Home tab, and in the Paste drop-down button, choose the Paste Formulas. And now you're going to see that we have pasted the formulas and kept the formatting as it was, so it didn't fill all the boxes or all the cells in rows column C gray. Okay, I hope you got that clear and we're good to go. You can press Escape to turn off your marquee. You can save that as exercise 7-1. We're going to need this file open to move on to the next one.